Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And a funny thing happened.
Funny haha or funny ironic?
Funny ironic.
Okay.
So Netflix and Disney Plus, they've been trying very, very hard to hide their numbers from the public. Netflix, of course, kind of pulled back the curtain a little bit last year with their their ratings, their top 10. But you don't know for the most part exactly how many people are watching. They show you watch time or hours or whatever, and they've gotten a lot of criticism for that. Disney, you have to rely on Samba TV to guesstimate, how many people are actually watching the shows. And now that they want to do ad-supported tiers, they're going to have to be more transparent with the advertisers anyway and tell them exactly how many people, what the demographics are.
Because if you don't, the advertisers get salty, and you're opening yourself up to lawsuits.
Ask Twitter.
I was gonna say Twitter. That's why they're trying so hard not to open the doors to the information on their content and on their advertising and what if they have bots or not. Because if it comes out that it's true, which we all know it likely is true, they're gonna be in a shit ton of trouble.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. And we mentioned this before, that this might actually be a side effect of all these streamers trying to get into advertising supported tiers, is that they're gonna have to be honest with their numbers. And it's gonna be interesting to see if those numbers are impressive or like, wow, that's it. That's it, that's all you got. Anyway, before you get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 274,000 subs. Thank you for the support on the Crimson Wren campaign on Indiegogo. Almost 30,000. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to put a link in the comments. Again, this is a full-color graphic novel, a classic kind of a story. It's definitely a story from another era, drawn by Jose Garcia, written by Geeky and myself, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully you decide to back it. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say about it. Okay, the wrap. Why Netflix's new ad-supported tier could lead to more ratings transparency. Again, there's been a lot of calls for more ratings transparency. We don't know what shows are truly popular or what the criteria is.
Right, because you don't have that information. Just what like Samba TV or somebody like that says.
And and we're finding out that, with the Marvel shows, that they're actually kind of dropping. Now, She-Hulk did better than Ms. Marvel, but She-Hulk is...
Everybody wanted She-Hulk, and then now it'll be interesting to see what the second week viewership is. Yeah,
but we've gone from Loki, which 2.5 million, WandaVision 1.6 million, and there is a decline. It depends on who's in it. People are going to watch
That depends
Oscar
on
Isaac.
the demand for the character. Moon Knight had a lot of demand.
Moon Knight was popular. Oscar Isaac. We had Loki, of course. Tom Hiddleston, and it's directly connected to one of the most popular Avengers characters. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to see what happens. According to the Wrap, advertisers will need to know more before dropping millions of dollars than what Netflix's publicly shared viewership data currently reveals. And again, I would roll Disney into this too. They're going to have to be more honest. Netflix stands alone in the crowded streaming industry as the most transparent company when it comes to viewership metrics. Yet its public weekly data dump proves it's still hoarding the most valuable insights into audience consumption. Will that change? At least they're doing something.
Yeah, that's better than a lot of people.
Disney's not even doing that.
Take our word for it.
Disney's like, yeah, this is really popular. And then Samba's like, not so much. Presumably, Netflix's move into advertising-based video on demand will help because, to quote Spider-Man, with great advertising comes great responsibility.
That's not what Spider-Man said.
He didn't say that. Maybe under Disney.
I would say, Disney, he probably... They could get away with it, they would have. He said it without saying it. He showed it.
Every week, the market-leading streamer unveils its 10 most watched titles in global hours. Global hours viewed across 4 categories. This is far more intel than any other major streamer currently provides, and there's a plethora of third-party data to draw from, but focusing on only the biggest hits provides an incomplete picture of how well most content on the platform is performing, something that has drawn criticism from top talent producers and showrunners. Basically, with Netflix, it's like, if you don't crack the top 10 your first week, you're probably done.
Yeah, and they're like, but how did we do overall? They won't, they don't tell you.
Yeah, Netflix's measurements may not change publicly. It says they judge the success or failure of titles across numerous criteria according to internal data. The company weighs a number of factors. Adjusted viewer share, which measures how a title resonates with certain viewer demographics.
Well, that's very nebulous.
Yeah. efficiency score, which measures it shows value compared to its cost. So this is why
that one I understand and agree with.
This is why Cowboy Bebop got canceled.
Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't, I mean, people were bitching about Cowboy Bebop for sure, but it was also a very expensive show. And I think people were tuning out after the first couple episodes, or they were hate watching it, and they're like, you know what, it is not worth spending more money.
I think that's why He-Man got a second season, because people hate watched it.
They hate watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even care. I'm not talking about Kevin Smith, so I don't give a shit. Well, plus Mattel was also, kicking in some money too. So they had that offset. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Netflix was just bankrolling the whole thing. Impact value, which is judged by how many people begin a title, how many watch the majority of a title,
right,
and how many people finish it.
Stickiness. They call
stickiness and completion.
Stickiness. It starts to get sticky and then it's completed. I love it. It's fun.
The stream is sticky.
Despite this, you had to just take it further.
You were the one. You were like,
I did.
Sticky. Oh my God.
You were thinking it.
Of course I was thinking it. But just because I think something doesn't mean I spit it out.
My mouth doesn't work that way. I think it comes out.
Whoa. Now we're getting...
Okay, anyway.
Just don't think about it. You don't think about it.
I'd be Ray in Ghostbusters, and there'd be something coming. It'd be like a big squirrel or something cute coming to kill us. Can't help it. Go ahead.
Anyway, despite this wealth of internal measurement,
sorry.
Netflix's AVOD tier, which is expected to launch in 2023, may not immediately result in a significant download of new viewership information. Existing tiers for NBC's Peacock, Paramount Plus, Hulu, HBO Max haven't led to greater public streaming viewership disclosures outside of Nielson numbers, which Paramount Plus and Peacock don't even release. All these companies try to hold their cards close to their chest. So the former Viacom media exec, I don't know that what Netflix goes to market with is going to offer a lot of public transparency. I think they're going to have to eventually. I mean, if we're going to transition TV from actual TV, which is based on Nielson ratings and other data, to this is what the ads cost, they're going to have to release that information. Maybe not to the public, but at least to the advertisers, and be like, you're going to
have to. You can't give me a lot of money, but I'm not going to give you the data. I mean, what company's going to agree to that?
Yeah, and again, some shows are going to be worth more than others because of the audience. It's just like YouTube. It's just like websites. YouTube, the numbers are public. I mean, I would personally love to see Netflix and Disney Plus have public view counts on all of their videos.
But they won't. I mean, they went and, I think it was Disney, lobbied for YouTube to pull down the downvotes. I mean, and I'm sure it was these companies because they didn't want their stuff downvoted. But I would love to be an advertiser and ask how the sticky is. What are your sticky numbers?
Well, I think we're going to be shocked at the numbers then.
Sticky?
I mean, I think honestly, yeah, I think they should. I think if you're paying for Netflix and Disney Plus, that they should show you the view counts.
They're talking billions of dollars in ad revenue, and then I would demand, like, I'm giving you $10 million plus for a spot. I want to know how sticky your spot is.
We're measuring it internally, and we just got to know that.
I want to see the measurements externally
first before we go all in.
I don't want to be told it's 9 inches when it's actually 3.
We got to know how big your audience is.
That's right.
Before we commit to completion. Anyway. No, but any advertiser, I mean, they want, I mean, this is why, they give like rate cards and statistics and stuff. I mean,
yeah.
I was a marketing manager for years. I used to get all the info and it'd be like, we're going to spend $10,000. We better off spending $10,000 on TV spots, or we better spending $10,000 local, obviously, for $10,000. Or are we better off, doing a newspaper campaign? Who's the audience? What are we going to get? What kind of bang for the buck are we going to get?
Well, I mean, even on a smaller scale, when we used to do webcomics, we used to advertise on sites, and the metrics, but the metrics they would show didn't always actually match what was actually going on, because there was a lot of cheating going on, like a lot of fake traffic boosted things. So you'd pay this money for the spot and get like no clicks off of it, or like 3 because and sometimes it was because they didn't want to read your content, but a lot of times it was because when you look into the numbers and start digging, there was a lot of weird things showing up, and it's because they weren't necessarily being completely honest about what the numbers were.
I'm not gonna throw anybody under the bus.
It's very buzzy.
But we did run Google AdWords campaigns, okay, on many webcomics, a lot of them in one network that actually didn't use Project Wonderful, but they used
That's because they ruined Project Wonderful. That's another story.
They destroyed Project Wonderful. But I can tell you that there was one month in particular where I was like, wow, look at all this traffic that we're getting. This is really cool. And then we wound up getting this huge credit back from Google because of click fraud. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm not going to mention names,
so
but
what they present you doesn't necessarily mean it's the truth either. But the thing is, if that's not the truth, that's how you're not allowed to invite back to, people are going to talk, and you're not going to be getting invited back to these events where people can bid on your stuff or buy, And I don't care if you're Disney or Netflix, whatever. People are going to be really pissed. Companies are going to be really pissed. They're paying for one thing and then they're not getting that.
Yeah. Now with YouTube, it is transparent. You see the view count. You can.
Well, people could technically fake those.
Well,
you usually get busted if you do.
Yeah, you technically can, but you can even if people that want to do video ads, they actually can target certain channels or certain demographics.
Right.
And I think that these companies need to do that, but they need to make things more public. It's gonna be really interesting to see if things change because of the advertising. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this one up.
Yep. I'm sorry I was bad this time. I didn't mean to be, but it was just there.
I like
easy.
it when you're bad.
It was there and easy.
It was there and easy and sticky, and I just turned my brain off.
They called it sticky. What was I supposed to do?
And I couldn't help myself. It's okay.
They said it was stickiness. I just are you serious right now? Anyway,
we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.